Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. There is a very dangerous situation as Kenya is risking from the attack of Al-Shabaab. As this is something that we complained immediately, the mistake that William Ruto, together with military, accepting to open the Kenya-Somali border. As the former cabinet minister of Defense Forces, Eugene Wamalwa, came out demanding that Aden Duale is summoned to respond to questions about country's security situation. As Wamalwa asked for the summoning of Duale after 8 KDF officers killed in a suspected Al-Shabaab attack in Lamu. Insecurity became an issue after the government opened the Kenya-Somali border. I remember very well, this was a very hard decision that was met in the regime and tenure of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. What they made was after there were several attacks across the Republic of Kenya. I think you remember the Garissa attack, the Westgate attack, and other attacks that has been linked with the Al-Shabaab. But something that is giving us a lot of worries. Since the Kenya-Somali border was opened, now these people are just doing business, risking out of being attacked by Al-Shabaab. But what we are being told is that what are these measures that they have put on place to ensure that we are not going to have this kind of attack left, right, center. As this was a very kind of battle that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta fought during his regime, as there were kind and several insecurities across the Republic of Kenya as the Kenya-Somali border was opened. So the decision that was arrived on was to ensure that there was going to be a total maximum security in the country, as the defense forces are expected to protect the borders of our country. They have duties, even despite of the military having an agreement with the government of the day to open the borders. They must come out to tell Kenyans what are these measures that they're going to put on place to ensure that this Al-Shabaab is not going to be a big problem in our country. As you know what happened in Garissa, where students lost their lives, the learning was paralyzed with some time, and it was not a good situation or good kind of moment that you could even remember or give someone a story, because this was just a shock and abruptly attack that the students never knew that what was happening. Was it Al-Shabaab or was it something that was planned by the insider of the scholars? Another thing, this happened at Westgate. You people, you saw what happened at Westgate, where the Al-Shabaab came out killing people. They destroyed the businesses in Westgate Mall. They paralyzed operations and everything that was normal in Westgate. So when you look at the question, Kenyans are questioning this government. Why did they come out arriving at a decision of opening the Kenya-Somali border? As what we saw there the last month, there was an attack of a suspected Al-Shabaab in Lamu, where 8 KDF officers were killed. I never saw Aden Duale, who is a cabinet minister of Defense Forces, coming out to address this very serious issue when it comes to the Kenya-Somali border that was opened. One thing that I've realized again is that after the border was opened, the only what we are seeing is just business, deals, plans. As this is continuing to happen, Al-Shabaab, they are planning their own things. As they will be planning even to attack our country. You never know. And that is why the former regime came out having mechanisms closing the borders of Kenya-Somali to ensure at least we have security. Because what we saw initially was attack everywhere. It was Nairobi, it was Garissa, it was Isiolo, it was Marsabit, Lamu, all over the country. So the truth is we must be concerned on what the decision was made towards to ensure that this border was going to. And by the way, the simple question that Kenyans are asking, if this was the kind of decision that was arrived on, did they came out to consult Kenyans? Did they came out to consult the neighboring counties? Because it is the neighboring counties that are going to face a very difficult situation. Number two is that now the citizens, young youths, are risking towards being recruited to join the Al-Shabaab. You saw what happened initially, where we were being told there were several youths that were found being part and parcel, joining the Al-Shabaab, where they were being recruited. Some youths were just disappearing. Their parents never knew where they were going. And that was the question that even made some intelligence security to come up with measures that was going to block these young youths whom came out willingly, and some were forced to join the Al-Shabaab. As we speak now, some families never came out with context of where are their children. But as far as we are concerned, there are many issues that never came to be explained to common mwananchi, because one thing, they never came out telling us why was the young youth joining the Al-Shabaab. And some even were just disappearing. Mainly counties that were affected were the coastal counties. Like Mombasa, I saw some parents complaining about their youths disappearing, and also their husbands, and some were just disappearing like that. We saw what happened even in coastal region, where there was just attack everywhere, left, right, center, with this Al-Shabaab. And in fact, something that is so funny with this Al-Shabaab is that after they attack your area, they will always come out to associate themselves with the attack. So it is literally something that you must come out to understand. Why was the military, together with the government, accepted that the Kenya-Somali border to be opened? And this is going to affect not only the neighboring counties, because look at Nairobi. Nairobi is not the neighboring county with Somalia. But you find that Nairobi suffered a lot or kind of attack from Al-Shabaab. You know, Westgate is in Nairobi. And this was the form and one of the attack that was so pathetic. This was like a massacre. So now, ladies and gentlemen, as Eugene Wamalwa is trying to tell the members of parliament to come out to summon the Aden Duale, to come out, because Aden Duale is the cabinet minister of defense forces. He must come out to tell us why was he, the cabinet minister of defense forces, and the generals, together with the government, accepting to open the borders, as they knew this was kind of risking our country, which we never knew the mechanisms they came up with to ensure that the security was going to be maximum. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, Thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Till we meet on another video.